Asapima petalan. It is exactly what it is spelled. Can I tell you something? It is annoying. I don't understand. Like Jones or Smith, those are how they are spelled. Actually, Smith is ridiculous. That is technically spelled Smith. But Nasapima Patalan is very clear. When I first moved to LA, most of the 7-Eleven guys were Indian or Pakistani, and there was one in particular who lived near me who was pretty crusty. And I would often have the same exchange with him all the time. I would be online buying a drink, and I'd open the Gatorade before I'm waiting to pay, and he would get annoyed. Why do you open? You haven't paid for it yet. Please don't open until you have paid. Like, am I running out the store? What am I doing? Am I going to get up here and go, oh, whoops, I just stole a Gatorade from you. So he kind of, I think a lot of impressions for me, like for example, I can tell when I'm getting annoyed with someone in life still when I start impersonating them. It means it's how I work out aggression. It's sort of like, it's my way of like, saying, I'm observing how annoying you are. This is what you sound like. Isn't it annoying? And so a lot of comedians, I think, say it starts with this kind of a hostile instinct, or a defensive instinct, anyway. And then also Peter Sellers in The Party, one of my favorite performances ever. You know, I've since learned that a lot of Southern Asian people, a lot of Indians found that Peter Sellers' portrayal fairly offensive. And sometimes over the years, I've gotten some flack for Apu, which I understand a bit. I think especially back when, 25 years ago, it was the only Indian character in pop culture, really. You know, it was the only one. Now there's much. If you're a young Indian American person, you have a lot of role models to choose from. So Apu could just be one funny one, but you also have Mindy Kaling and many, many others. But then, if that's the only, you know, some kids took flack for it in school, like, you sound like Apu, or whatever. So I apologize. But, you know, the thing was done with love, and it was, you know, the best I could do. I mean, the other thing I say when I'm getting defensive about that is like, look, I've done every possible nationality on the show. You know what I mean? Now, granted, Apu sort of got very popular, but I'm an equal opportunity offender if I'm an offender. You know what I mean? It's like we do everything. We're called, and usually we're like saying, do a French accent, and you just sort of do your best in the moment. Which has happened with me over the years. And as I get other roles, like after I did Along Came Polly, going back, when I do a French accent on the show, I don't have time to go work with a dialect coach and study the accent. I do my best from what I remember French people sounding like. And it's pretty good. But then I did the movie Along Came Polly years after that, and I really worked on a French dialect because I wanted to perfect it. And so now my French on the show is good. I would say whereas before that it might have been a little bit annoying and offensive to French people, afterwards it's kind of genuinely pretty good. And I never had that opportunity with Apu. It always kind of remained in sort of a superficial, you know, this the best I could do on the spur of the moment. But then now, it would be odd if I went and really worked to perfect like some specific Indian dialect, which there are many, it would change the way Apu sounded, and that would be odd.